Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Pause Window Cleaning, and this is week number 44 of our 100K journey of 2024. Now, it is dark, I know, but my wife and I were able to be a part of the Dodger parade today. We woke up like 5:45, 6 o'clock, got there at 7, be able to be with all the Dodger fans, and it was a lot of fun. Got to see all the Dodger players. Hopefully I'm showing a video about it while I'm talking, but it was just overall like an amazing experience. I've never been a part of it or any sports parade, and it was just nice to see that in person instead of like on the news and all that. But before we talk about this week's like jobs in general, I want to just say something that's like I haven't been talking about in the last couple of weeks, is that Project to Payment has updated system to version 2.0, and now it has scheduling inside the system itself. Man, I really love this system, like this whole update overall, but I'm going to be talking about it in the next couple of weeks. But man, scheduling in itself has just been awesome. Now whenever you give a quote or a bid and the individual accepts the bid, or you manually do it yourself, now you have a whole scheduling, so that like if you have like multiple employees, or you just want to have like just overall like a scheduling in itself, it is just so awesome that I'm able to just have everything in one app. And then from there, when I like start the week, I can say, okay, what job do I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? It just makes things so much easier. So then when I log into the app, all I need to do, it automatically does everything in itself. It sends like a reminder and saying, hey, we're coming today, and everything like that, even the day before. Just makes things so much easier, so that when I even log into the app, I just click on the address in itself, and then from there it just automatically sets it up on my iPhone. I have CarPlay here on my car. It just makes things so much easier. I could just go in there, click the address, go. Things so much easier for myself and my wife. And so I just want to say thank you so much, Project Payments, for sponsoring this week's video. We're so happy that we're able to have scheduling in our system, so that we can make our life easier and also the client easier. So I just want to say thank you so much for adding that feature, and my wife and I really love it a lot. And let's just kind of get straight into this week. So now this week we had a few jobs. Now a couple of weeks ago we talked about an individual that I did their solar panels, and this week we ended up doing their window cleaning in itself. Now that was just so easy. Unfortunately, I don't have a video on it, but we did the solar panels like I think 2-3 weeks ago. Now this week we just did the inside and out, made things so much easier. We went in there, my wife and I came, and my wife did the inside, did the outside, just makes things so much easier. And we also did their screens too. So just overall job was just very straightforward, cookie cutter, and in that self, that job was $460. So yeah, very nice client. And one thing they did mention to us is that because they have the double pane windows in the middle, it's a little bit foggy, so we had to mention to her that the sill is broken either on the outside or inside. We don't know what, but essentially it causes that fog effect. Now the reason why I'm saying this is because a couple of you guys have reached out to us, and so when a client asks us about that foggy effect, we always just say, look, we don't know exactly where the sill is broken. It can be a pinhole on the inside or outside, and so in turn, when it's hot on the outside, it's cool on the inside because the air conditioning, it's going to cause that foggy effect. So, or vice versa, right? Cold on the outside, hot on the inside. So when it comes to that, essentially there's nothing we can do. They just need to either replace the window or get it fixed. But if they do get it fixed, make sure that both windows are out, seal both again, and then put them back in. But essentially there's something that we can do. But the reason why I'm saying all that is that because when I explained that to the customer, they knew that exactly. So things were so much smoother, and they didn't say, oh, Andy didn't do the job correctly, or actually didn't do the job correctly. But we were able to do that all in one go, and they were able to say, hey, we understand the situation and we're good to go. So anyways, like again, that was $460, and they really like the job and they really love the results, and they want to call us back again. So that makes things so much easier. So now the second job that we did this week, this one we have, okay, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. We've done this job many times. I've used the micro, the regular micro basic, ultralight, and this is the first time this week that I used the destroyer, micro destroyer. And I will say, like, okay, the whole process in itself, my wife will do the inside, I'll do the outside. I feel like this time we we're able to accomplish the job so much faster. And I figured out the reason why. The destroyer makes things so much easier. Now I'm gonna also have like a little bit of like an asterisk, if that makes sense, that I would still say, if you're starting window cleaning, I would still say do like the trifecta, if that makes sense. Do the basic, micro basic first, or the pro, but I like the basic series, the micro series better. We have the micro basic, then the ultralight, and then the destroyer. Makes things so much easier, but at the same time it's good to have these three, because then from there you're able to save a little bit of money, but then appreciate what pole that you have. Because man, going from the basic was great, going from the ultralight was great, but now using the destroyer, man, I was like, man, this is so much easier, because the flex that it has on the pole when I extend it is not as flexible, if that makes sense. It's more firm, and I'm able to like go back and forth. And even my wife was like, wow, you really like finished that job fairly quickly. And I was like, oh yeah, the micro destroyer really helped us out a lot. And that job overall was just, how do I say it, it was just so much easier just to use it with the destroyer, and overall just made things so much quicker. The client really loved the job a lot, and overall everyone was happy. And in that job we made $700. So then from there, we had another job, and this is kind of a unique situation that I gave a bid to them. I did the job for them about a couple months ago. It was before when I went to New York, and I did their house, and their brother-in-law, sister-in-law, something like that, they wanted their windows done too, solar panels and screens on just on the outside, just everything, pretty much just like an outside job. I was like, I'll be more than happy to give them a bid after I gave them a bid. So it's kind of funny. I gave them a bid. They're like, can you do my brother or sister-in-law's house? And I went like a block or two away, did their bid, and they liked it. So we were able to book their job and their brother and sister-in-law's house. It was great. I mean, that's awesome, because I don't, you know, technically I'm not advertising for two different jobs, but I was able to get two jobs for the same job, if that kind of makes sense. So I was able to do their job this time around. I did the solars, I did their screens, and I did their outside windows. Like I said, always charge $5 a screen, $10 solar panel, and I did all the outside. And in total, that job became $760. When I first gave them the bid, I was like, hey, just, you know, I went out there, I was like, okay, $10 solar panel, $5 a screen, and just the outside windows, and putting them all together became $760. So that's awesome. We really like that a lot. Really helped us out. And best part is that this brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and the original people, they only want their solar panels done in the near future. So that's great, because I'm able to do both of their solar panels, just the solar panels themselves, soon. And I mean, essentially I have a return client. So that's awesome. And yeah, it was just nice, because I was able to go by myself. Actually doesn't do the inside window, because she's not doing the inside window, she doesn't need to come. So I was able to do all that job. So she was able to stay home, and that was great. So now the final job we did this week was really nice, because we were able to, I'm hopefully gonna show you guys videos on that job. I was able to do that whole job with my micro destroyer, which really, when it's fully extended, makes things so much easier. Man, I'm just so glad I didn't need a ladder for that. It was like very dangerous, like in certain spots if I had to use a ladder, but just using everything with just the water fed, it was just like amazing. Yeah, I mean, even the client afterwards was like, wow, that is a really good job and everything like that. So we're really happy when the clients themselves are like very like how do I say it, very not impressed, but they're just like, wow, like using just pure water, it just like has these results, just really makes a difference. Because the previous window cleaner broke some of the screens, and I don't know how they were able to do that, because it was very simple to do it. But at the same time, I think they were just kind of being lazy, and they just kind of forced in the screens. So that's probably why they broke the screens. But also too, they would do everything on the outside by hand, and they were like, wow, you only did this job, we did the job in like 3 hours. And they were just like, wow, the previous window cleaner took like the whole day. And in that job itself, we made $515. So it was a lot of fun. We did, like I said, there's screens, they had like really high windows, and yeah, it was just a really nice job that we were able to do. And overall the client was very happy, and you know, just so nice when we have professional equipment. We're able to just, you know, complete the work for the customer, and yet they have the best results. And that's why I always say water fed is like the way to go. You know, I've always said water fed is the best, but I can personally say, coming for someone that's traditional, that's like, okay, let's just keep it old school, let's just do everything mop squeegee and just keep moving on, especially on the outside, man, I so much regret, especially because I have a 3-stage system, right? A pure atom. But I mean, in the beginning, you definitely go traditional, but eventually you want to upgrade, because man, this job, if I didn't have the water fed, I would yeah, it would be a very difficult job to do. But she saw that, because I should rewind a little bit. That place that we did, we've done a couple of, it's an apartment complex, kind of condo complex, I guess. But those couple of spots that we did already, they already knew that our job was really good. And then from there, this individual was like, oh, you did our other neighbors, I want mine done too. And while we had our car parked there, having a wrap does work, they were like, oh, I got your information from your truck, you know, we're good to go, I don't need any business cards. And like, while they were passing by, and we're like, oh, okay, great, you know. But it was nice to like let us know that they saw our car, or our truck, our wrap and everything, and they took pictures of it. So I think it was like 2-3 individuals I was like, oh, we got your information from your truck. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, overall, really great job. And I would say water fed, I mean, you'll see the videos, I'm sure, but the water fed is the way to go, and it just makes things so much easier. So now, how much did we make this week? So I'm trying to let's see. So this week, because using project to payment, we did $2,435. So it just makes so much easier just to have project to payment, because I do everything here. Also easier to do your taxes, just by the way. But yeah, this week we made $2,435, and today we were able to see the the Dodger parade, and it was just so nice to be a part of that. And just the atmosphere was just like, everyone was just like, go Dodgers. And so we got to see, but it's just funny to me that we were there since like 8 o'clock, no, 7 o'clock, and then from there, like, we only saw them for like literally like 10-15 seconds, because they were like on a bus, and it was like, oh, okay. So, but overall, it was nice to see them again. And you know, just from game 1 of the World Series to now, but yeah, it was just nice to finally see the Dodgers, you know, win a championship, and no one can say like, hey, this was like an asterisk or whatever. But it's just, overall, it was just a great experience. So, but anyways, if you ever want to place orders in like windowcleaner.com, you know, I will be more than happy to help you guys out. Just feel free to reach out to me at 626-545-3132, and I can help you guys out when it comes to making any orders in that way. And if you have like any like how do I say it, if you have any like you don't know exactly what to order, just feel free to ask me. I'll do my best to help you to order the best products. Also, now when WCR now has mystery boxes, that is really cool. That's $100, but you get like $120 worth of merchandise. So that's pretty cool in that sense. And most importantly, if you ever want to have anything done, like in a sense that you want to have like a specific order or whatever, I'm always here to help. So yeah, it's been a long day, but I always want to make these videos for you guys, especially on Saturdays, not on Sundays. But like I said, I think next year we want to probably do our videos next Sunday, because yeah, it's a little bit difficult on me to try to do these videos every Friday, but I am more than happy to do so. But maybe next year, maybe we can still do videos on Friday or even Saturday, but most importantly, try to post it on Sunday, so it makes it easier for everyone, and just most importantly, provide like consistent videos for you guys. So anyways, this week, like I said, we made $2,435, and we'll catch you guys on next week. All right, bye.